Russian Dota. Hello and welcome to another game of Dota today. As if we hadn't had enough Dota, if you have been with me for the entire day, we're gonna have more for the rest of the evening. We're gonna have the 4PL Cup number 19, and we will start off with some Russian Dota. So we'll have a nice difference between the Dota, between the Dota that we had earlier today, of course, which was Asian Dota. But it will be eL'Pride taking on Ebalo Zavali. For me, an unknown team, but we do see some people that we do know inside that group. We have always want to fly in there, as well as Warden, Bulletproof, all names that I recognize, and hopefully you too. And of course, they're going to be up against one of the rising stars lately. It's going to be eL'Pride, and we're going to be seeing which heroes they are going to use to get ahead in this cup, because this is a best out of 1. There's only one chance to get ahead. Only the finals are best out of 3. That's the only chance that you basically have, where you have more than one matches to fight. Of course, it's a tournament, or cup I should say, with the winners takes it all €400, and the finals will probably not be played today, so already keep that in mind. So we'll only have best out of 1s, but there are some spectacular teams in here, like eL'Pride, no Tidehunter in there as well, absolute legends with their full standing lineup. And next KZ and a team with Dread in it as well, and there's just a lot of teams going on. If you want to find out the full brackets, you can do that on 4PL. I could link you the site and everything, but that's, I mean, Twitch chat is being a bit annoying. So 4pl.4players.de, and you should be able to find it by yourself. But yeah, Gamers University is in there. The new Gamers University is in there as well. We'll have yeah, there's a lot of teams in there. The team with Dread, by the way, if you're wondering which team you should look for, if you want to follow them, for suitable castos, and they're called LGD Russian right now. So in this tournament, at least, it's free for all. So that's why sometimes you see some names that you don't really know, but still with people that are still there, because teams can just decide, or at least a group of friends can just decide, hey guys, you have any officials today? No, let's play in the 4PL Cup. You don't all need to be in the same team, like a same official team, having the same sponsors to play in the 4PL Cup. Everybody can join. By the way, if you want to support 4PL, you should follow them on Facebook, like them on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/4pl.dota2 with all the numbers written down as actual numbers. And you should do that also, because that way that they can show their likes to their sponsors, meaning they get maybe better sponsorship, maybe more money, maybe better teams. You know, it all works like that. We all have to show that we appreciate these things, and then we can get ourselves better, more. Yeah, we can get ourselves more Dota, basically that. So let's see what these two teams are having in store for us today. So we have got a Keeper of the Light, Templar Assassin, Nyx Assassin, and a Bat Rider being back out. The first pick went to eL'Pride, so they picked up the Darkseer first, but they left in the Magnus and the Wisp to pick up for Ebalo, and we'll see a Lifestealer and a Ruby pick it up by eL'Pride after that. So they've got already a potential support. I mean, in theory, everything single lane could be covered, but they've got already a dual lane for themselves. Could be turning into tri-lane, of course, but potential for jungle hero still there. Darkseer being there, potential mid, potential offlaner, although we can kind of assume, or we're gonna assume that this is gonna be an offlane for now. Of course, aggressive tri-lane is still possible as well. Darkseer can be doing just fine on the safe lane. For now, though, I'm thinking a safe tri-lane, safe dual lane with maybe jungle hero will be the option that eL'Pride is gonna go for, as we're gonna see what hero Ebalo wants to go for. They don't have a team profile set, so I sometimes have to sneak peek on my note to see how I actually should be pronouncing the name, because that's quite an unusual name for me to pronounce. It's not really in my language. And don't know if I should call them Ebalo or Zavali. Maybe I should call them Zavali. That goes a bit easier than Ebalo. Ebalo Zavali. Also, by the way, I don't really want to apologize for Twitch chat, but Twitch chat is not working right now, or at least I can't see it. I don't know if you can see it. If you can, good for you, but I can't. So if I forget overlays, or if I say something incredibly stupid, which I should correct myself later on if I see the chat saying it, you know, I can't, because the chat is not here for me for now. So just keep that in mind, and hopefully then hopefully I will be able to see overlays regardless. So let's just hope for the best there, as we have Shadow Demon being picked up by Zavali for the last pick before going into the next banning phase, and they already now also have got 2 supports indicating that they're gonna go for a tri-lane. Could be aggressive, could be passive, could be both still. Wisp Chaos Knight is still a combination. They could even go for 2 dual lanes, something that we see very often actually with a Wisp and a Shadow Demon, having a Shadow Demon and a Lina bottom, a Wisp and a CK mid, and a Magnus off lane. Of course, eL'Pride, eL'Pride know what they are going to be up against, so they ban out the CK, not wanting to have that one together with the Wisp is just too annoying to deal with. I'm going to have an Undying being banned out there by Zavali, making sure that there's not going to be a trial lane with having that one involved. Is too annoying. And, of course, if Darkseer would be in a mid lane, then there could have still been a Undying off lane. But they don't want to be dealing with that. Ooh, another warning. My voice might give away. My voice might die. Stuff like that happens. As I have been casting for about 9 hours earlier today. Or at least it was a 10-hour broadcast, but I think, of course, it wasn't all broadcast. It was also breaks in between games, etc. So, but it's a lot of talking, and my voice is working so far. But we're gonna have to see if it continues to work that way. It's quite important for me, but you know, so far so good. Look, it'll smooth out. We have got a Tiny Beam ban out. I don't want to be dealing that combined with the Wisp, and we also have the Phantom Lancer being banned out. Now that's an interesting one, but I mean, I totally understand that. It's annoying to deal with a Phantom Lancer regardless, and then also having a Shadow Demon on the same side of the Phantom Lancer is not something that you want to be having. Phantom Lancer, or sorry, Shadow Demon being considered a semi-counter to that Phantom Lancer, so you kind of need to have something against it, and they couldn't really pick up anything anymore, so eL'Pride doesn't want to deal with that. They also get banned out the Queen of Pain, so eL'Pride cannot pick that up in the mid lane, so we're not going to see Viga's Queen of Pain. Sorry for all the fans out there.
10 seconds remaining.
As I know there are, even though nobody says anything in the chat. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. We're going to see the last ban out incoming from Ebalo Zavali, and it will be the Enigma, so no jungle hero in that sense, even though of course Chen and Enchantress are still in. Oh hey, a chat message came through. That's one. Woohoo! And there goes the Sven. And that's gonna be probably a support Sven, unless they're gonna go for 2 dual lanes as well. But the support Sven is picked up more often lately. And that's of course also because if the game lasts longer, I mean Sven at the start, he is nice, but normally you have like a Sven farming and then you won't really see him unless he's got a very aggressive support lineup with him, but you won't really see him until he's got his BKB and a Mask of Madness on. Now if he's gonna be a support Sven, you'll see him constantly because his stun is very annoying, and he will try to stun to push that out constantly. And more importantly, the longer the game goes on, at some point Sven will have his BKB and will have his Mask of Madness perhaps even also. So that's gonna be very dangerous to deal with if the game indeed goes long. We're gonna see how Zavali is gonna deal with that though. I mean, they already got the Magnus, so that in that sense that's already sorted for BKB targets, for the Rage of course, and the Lifestealer, as well as for the Sven if you manage to get a BKB. But they need to have more than that. A Brewmaster could be a good answer, because it's still a mid-game hero though. Late game is still looking to go the way of eL'Pride, depending on how the team fights are going to go for Zavali, but Brewmaster is a nice hero regardless. Will probably be going into the mid lane, and is actually decent with the Wisp. Now, you want to use it then with the Wisp and the Split, so he can TP in Split, and then he gets left behind. Keep that in mind, because his spirits are not going to come back with him. Maybe the Earthbound that will, perhaps.
10 seconds remaining.
And the rest will be left alone, but it will really depend. But it's definitely a possibility. Does look like Brewmaster will be solo mid though, with the Shadow Demon and the Wisp on the either aggressive trial lane, or of course passive trial lane, or safe trial lane I should say. With whatever carry they want to pick up. If it was a Sven, and we know that one was already picked up by eL'Pride, so they made sure they didn't have to ban that one. And now a Puck picked up by eL'Pride, as we know that Puck has a fairly high base damage, as I've heard Draskell tell me this cast versus Navi Empire. But we're gonna see Puck a safe mid lane, and it should be Puck Vigos in that sense. And of course, again, for the fans, that is a hero that he likes playing, or at least in Dota 1 he did. I've recently been getting into more Dota 1 history, so I've got all this knowledge stuck in my head that I want to share. Anyways, let's take a look at the last pickup from Ebalo Zavali. They have only 11 seconds left until their bonus time. What carry will it be? It will be a Luna still, so that's gonna be the expected carry. Now it could still be a Wisp with the Brewmaster mid. With the Shadow Demon just with the Luna. I mean, Luna is gonna be the hero that wants to farm. It's gonna be on the safe lane. She can't really be on the aggressive lane. Now I have to say, Shadow Demon combined with the Luna is still a very strong combination. A Disruption and a Soul Catcher on there, and that nuke that Luna has, which is already a pretty decent nuke, is gonna be insane, especially if it's gonna go out on someone like a Rubik. Looks like we're not gonna have a support Sven. A Stalk picks that one up. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's switch overlays before I cannot see the chat complaining about me. And my overlays.
10 seconds remaining.
There we go. Let's see who's gonna be playing what. We'll start out on the bottom lane where we have always wanna playing the Shadow Demon. It will be Zeke playing the Wisp, Bulletproof on the Magnus, Warden on the Luna, and they got themselves a Defense Courier. In the mid lane we'll have Resolution playing the Brewmaster, and it's only it looks like we're gonna see him go. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Warden on Luna. Did I say everybody? I think I called everybody. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Going towards the mid lane, we see that Vegas is of course on his puck. Massacre playing the Darkseer. We've got Android playing the Lifestealer. Stalk will be on the Sven. He is indeed not going to be a support, picked up a Stout Shield even. As there's actually a Stout Shield and a Quelling Blade up on the Lifestealer together with the Salve, so he might be going into the jungle. He is of course a hero that can do that. It's not something that you normally see because farming on the lane is still faster than farming in the jungle. But he can definitely do that, and then you have a combination with the Rubik and a Sven, and that's definitely decent as well. Should be on the top lane though. Massacre will be playing the Darkseer, Hakon on the Rubik, as I've been told to pronounce his name, so it's Hakon. Android already said that one. We're missing someone. Hello. Oh no, we already saw Vegas also. Well, that's everybody then. That is everybody. So we've got more wars being placed. I say more, but that's actually the first one that RZ plays. That's the second one, blocking the creep spawn, of course. Thing about blocking the creep spawn straight away, though, is gonna be that the opponent instantly knows that it's been blocked, and they can't really try to pull to see if it's blocked. Like, you can make them waste a bit of time to try and block, to try and stack. Without them being able to know that there is actually not possible. It's actually not possible to stack. Having said that, though, there's no sentry wards on this top lane, so they're not going to be able to do anything about it. And it's going to be an aggressive trialing going for Ebalo Zavali.
Not so fast.
Should be a decent one though. I mean, Disruption is there to set things up. There will be time for Resolution to walk towards his target. Now you can imagine him to walk not only to his target but slightly past, so he can land a clap, and there will be a tether from the Wisp to make sure that the target gets stunned instantly. So far though, it looks like Stalk is a bit at the disadvantage here, as he is of course the one that's outnumbered. There is a Rubik standing by, just in case they do go on the Sven. They can initiate on that. Having said that though, I mean, Stalk is gonna be just fine, getting some experience here. I mean, his experience is going quite fast because there is 3 heroes on his opponent lane, and they are actually sharing all the experience that they get. So he's getting quite a lot. And Rubik actually leaving the lane now, deciding to not go for that anymore. He's gonna try to pull the creep camp, the small camp, as Sven is gonna be trying to just get that experience. He won't be getting any last hits. But the thing is, I mean, as long as he's not dying, this aggressive trial lane for Zavali is not actually working. Ooh, we have a pause. Sec is called out. And there's the go again. And if you're wondering why I'm maybe a bit more quiet, it is indeed because I just casted for a very long time, and I don't know, it's quite tiring to cast for a very long time. See if another pause coming out, this time from eL'Pride. I'm just gonna drink some water. By the way, I'm hoping that I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything bad with pronouncing the name of the Radiant team like that. I think that doesn't mean anything bad. Just saying. I don't know what it means. It's awkward pronouncing words of which you don't know what it means. Oh my god, I think the chat might be working. Rejoice. And in that case, I can actually answer the chat. This is not my serious voice, this is my tired voice. But we're still gonna see Dota matches, whether I'm tired or not. I like the courier. No, I'm not sure actually. I like the walking courier. The flying one seemed too unrealistic to me. I mean, the sheep can carry this much, but when he's flying, it's just it doesn't. No, it's not there. And also, I mean, it's like the ground courier, but I don't like it when it walks. Look at him when he walks. It doesn't fit. Like, something is wrong with this sheep. I just can't figure out what. It's like he has a bit of a float in the mid-air. What are you doing? What are you doing? Whoa, Warden, trouble, Surge, Warden, first bot. Maybe, looks like it. Self being popped. Losing beams to hit, so and he will be massacred. That should be going down unless there's a creep to tank the tower. And that is going to be the case. And the Salve will make sure that Massacre is going to be able to get himself away. And that's the first blood going the way of eL'Pride. In the meantime, on the top lane, aggression not really there. Aggressive trial lane, 2 versus 3. But always want to fly, can't find an opening just yet. The disruption is all they need, but they don't want the Brewmaster to have to walk in range of the tower. So they need to make sure that they can get that lane back, to make sure that at least Stalk doesn't get anything, because right now he's getting experience. He's even got 2 last hits, 3. Woohoo! And that's something that Zavali can't afford. They can't afford to give that away. They need to have that kill. They need to have these 2 away from the lane. They should not be getting anything. I mean, if they're not dying, okay. But at least, you know, it would only be okay if they are not getting anything. In the meantime, it's Android who is farming in the jungle, is very low on HP, and it is, of course, visible there. So we do have the rotation in. Here comes the Shadow Demon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And he knows where it's going. There's no wards up for the Dire, so this will be a complete surprise. And is it gonna be disruption? There he is. No, Rage comes first.
Radiant's bottom
Rage
tower
runs out
is
though.
under
Self
attack.
being popped. There's the disruption still, but the Self goes through. Self goes off. Can he get him? Soul Catcher up on there also. Needs some right clicks. But Android is gonna be safe. The disruption actually helping him out. Giving some extra time for that Self to be on there. As we have Hakon coming in actually, just to make sure that if Shadow Demon is low, would have been low, he would have been able to take that kill. We got Vegas rotating, he's level 5. And Sven charging in, gonna go for that stun up on the Wisp. There he goes, gets it as well. And that should be a kill. And Vegas picking it up. Second kill of the game, second kill going the way of eL'Pride. First kill for Vegas. On his puck with a double damage rune helping out. As we do have now Stalk. I mean, he just ran there. He ran past the Brewmaster, couldn't do anything apparently. And just getting that kill. Helping get that kill. In the meantime, Massacre back on the bottom lane together with the Luna. Now Massacre slightly ahead though. I mean, normally you see an off-lane hero and he's gonna be by himself, and you know, there's probably gonna be a couple of heroes against him, and that would also mean that, you know, the offlaner normally doesn't get that much experience.
Not on my watch.
So that is something that Massacre is just completely avoiding, because he's getting tons of experience. He even got a first blood. Warden, however, on the safe lane, which is called the safe lane because you are safe and you can get safe farm. Warden not feeling it. He died once. He can't get safe farm because last hitting under the tower is apparently not really his feat. There's actually 3 heroes from eL'Pride that have higher last hits than he has. Of course, one of those is the Lifestealer. Now I have to say, Lifestealer's last hits, we shouldn't look at that because he is last hitting in the jungle, which is basically not the same. So we do have team aggressive trialing that is not that aggressive, looking for an opening, but they can't find it. And Stalk, he's level 5, he's getting last hits now. He's not complaining. Oh, Massacre. This time the creeps are actually hurting him because they blocked his path. Warden this time being safe. He's got his Tranquil Boot, so the harassment that comes off from the Iron Shell, he will actually be able to take that. I say your Iron Shell, but I also do mean the creeps that he is forced to last it under his tower. Picks up a Bracer now as well. Gonna go for those drums. Vigo's coming in as well. They know exactly where he is. They know exactly that he's still there. There's the Dream Coil. Being caught in that. They find him. Hide and seek. Silence is there, and that is gonna be a Magnus coming in. Reverse polarity hits on only one, but Luna's still dead. Bulletproof wants to go for Massacre, but is now in a lot of trouble. That Iron Shell doing a lot of damage, and a right click from Vigos not to be underestimated. No Skewer, no mana, does have a regen rune, but it doesn't matter. He'll go down, but at least he'll take Massacre with him. Double kill going for Vigos though. He's 3 for 0 for 0. He's doing just fine. And in the meantime, on the top lane, at the same time, action happening as well as Lifestealer gonna be clapped to death by Resolution. They managed to get the Rubik as well. Wisp dying as well, actually. That was Wisp and Rubik dying. And the Spin actually died as well. So 3 heroes down on the top lane on the side of eL'Pride. So they lose those. 4 heroes down. 3. And Sven. And Lifestealer. And Rubik. Disruption. Start things off. Here comes a clap again. There is a split if he wants to. Tetherstone is also there. Svensson makes sure that Stalker's gonna try to walk away though, but is it gonna be enough? Spirits hitting. One more needed. Doesn't even need it because there is already always one fly picking up the kill. We're still taking some damage here, but we'll be fine. We'll probably have to go back to base though, especially with those creeps still hitting up on him. 16 HP left. Oh dear. Oh my god! His team could have helped! There was even a disruption! Oh my god! He died! And here comes Vigos. The split is there though, and that's Vigos getting what he came for. At least something. Might not be a kill, but at least it's a split and Vigos will be fine. I can't believe that Wiz died. And actually, one more important thing, Saul got the credit for that, so he got the gold. Okay, I'll just call it the Radiant team then. Soul Catcher up on a Paycon now. Should be fine though, it's just Illusions chasing him down. Bulletproof, the real one, backing off. He's got his reverse polarity again as the open wounds find always want to fly. I don't think there's any chance of him surviving. He doesn't have a disruption or anything, and he will be going down with Android's Iron Shell picking up the kill. Reverse polarity from Vigos though, and the kill goes indeed to the Magnus, but is that worth it? Skewer towards the tower. Here also comes more vacuum back in though. Bulletproof trying to run himself away, won't be able to do so. Now Wisp gonna be the next one. Lifestealer infesting and jumping out, buyback from the Magnus. TP's back, looking for a target, wants to go for a Skewer. It is actually the club from the Brewmaster that finishes Lifestealer's life. And Massacre, now the last one away, has got the Surge, of course, should be able to get himself away. I say last one away, yeah, Salka's already back towards the middle lane. Has got 1k gold in his inventory. And is having an okay time. Okay, he died twice, you know, happens. Let's take a look at the net worth in the meantime, as we have got the Massacre on his Darkseer, highest up on the net worth. 4k gold in his bags. In total, of course, he's got 1500 gold in his inventory, and he managed to take down the tower, and he managed to get the first blood, and he's been in 6 out of the 9 kills. He's definitely been doing okay for himself. And now that I know what the name means, I understand more of why the teams had smiley faces when I actually said the name in the lobby chat. Span, Trouble, Disruption, Soul Catcher, Shadow Poison, Tetherstone, Collab Cadet. That's the combination that we were waiting to see for the entire time. And now it finally happened, or at least it happened to Sven right now. He was by himself though. There was nobody there to save him, that could save his life, because there's 3 heroes on his bottom lane. Haycon, Massacre, as well as Android being there in the jungle farming, while Luna is still trying to get some sort of farm up. She almost got her drums complete, so that will be a good start towards her getting a bit more carry potential up on there, as she's gonna be harassed by the Iron Shell. And this is Massacre with the Lifestealer infested. The Surge is up on the Rubik though. Wants to go for that telekinesis. Gets it as well. Gonna be able to drop him down. It is still Darkseid who's not yet close enough, and they will actually back off because here comes the TP and Massacre, or at least Magnus coming in. Is Eclipse going through with the raging android. Wants to go for Warning. Gets it as well. Here comes Bulletproof. No reverse polarity because no mana, but that doesn't matter. Brewmaster's Clap will still finish off the Darks here. And the Rubik still died, of course, as well, with Luna's Eclipse finishing him off, so it's 3 for 1. 2 for 1. Is it 2? Yeah, because Lifestealer stayed alive. No. Yes. Lifestealer stayed alive. And that's gonna be 2 for 1 indeed. Sorry, like I said, tired. Calculations are not gonna be going very fluent today. At least not tonight anymore. Doesn't matter though. 1900 gold up on the puck. Probably just going for that Blink Dagger first. Something that Vigos loves to have, all that mobility just to go for ganks. More ganks. So we do have Brewmaster farming on the top lane still. Has got his Blink Dagger now though. Should be careful because here comes Vigos. He wants to get for a kill and then get the Blink Dagger on the side shop. That's basically his thought right there. He knows that Wisp is around their invisibility room. We'll make sure that he can get around there unseen. And let's see if they can initiate under the tower. It's not something that it would be uncommon to see for eL'Pride. Basically a very high risk team. High risk, high reward. That's how it goes. It's Russian Dota. 3 heroes sitting around their tower though. Realize something is wrong. They have, of course, got a ward. They saw that rune being picked up. And it will be Vigos. He'll just go back towards the mid lane. He has to buy a TP scroll, so no more Blink Dagger for now. And now that Vigos is back in the mid lane, we also see Brewmaster being slightly more ballsy, coming out of his tower range. We do have a smoke going off, always want to fly, and Wisp going towards the top lane. We saw the drawing on the minimap, aiming to go taking this route. See if they can find a Sven out there. Maybe they can find something else like a Rubik. Rubik sees one though, smoke being popped off. So element of surprise gone. And that will be just come back to the tri lane. It will be a stock just backing off. We do have the Blink Dagger up on Vigos, or at least the courier has it soon. The courier is flying back to base right now. Probably bought stock his treads. And that he is up right now. We have Hakon having just boots and the smoke. Other than that, the Hand of Midas up on the Lifestealer, going for a well, I'm kind of secretly hoping that he's going for a Mjolnir. Disruption, Soul Catcher, but no follow-up because TPs are gonna come in. And here also comes Android and Hakon. Stun here first up, on Always Wanna Fly. No disruption for him this time. And the Brewmaster split is gonna still be there though, but Always Wanna Fly already dropped out. Tetherstone hits up on 2. Can they get a kill? Sock already trying to get himself away. Shoot, probably will be dying. There we go. It does go down. Can they find more? Eclipse coming in from the side. Rubik not being able to stay alive through that one. And now Massacre. Run! Massacre. Run, pops the mechanism. Android should be running as well because they are outnumbered. We still have Vigos coming in though. Looks like he wants to chase things around. He does pick up the Wisp kill. Can he also get Warden? There goes the break of the Dreamcore resolution, turning back to his normal self. Here comes Bulletproof, reverse polarity up on Massacre. We still have Vigos just standing around there looking for maybe a target. Gets put into a disruption. Soul Catcher up on there as well as he lands an orb. Maybe going to the sideline, might be trying to go for a kill there as the Bulletproof, and he's the one to go down. Akon now back in action as well as Android. Has to be careful, doesn't have an infest, doesn't have anything. Doesn't even have an armlet toggle, and that one Shadow Poison might actually be the death of him, but nah, 37 HP. No, it was the death of him. There we go. Always Wanna Fly does go down for the second time that fight, but he does take a very important target with him, of course. In the meantime, Vigos was able to stay alive there through that entire thing, is able to pick up the tower as well. No deny from resolution.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
I have to write something in the chat. I saw. There we go. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do anything about it. I'm an admin.
Radiant's top tower.
Just gonna say the Radiant rather than anything else. Brewmaster TPing in, doesn't have a split though, has to be careful, and that is gonna be the collapse stolen. Just in time though. Could have stolen maybe the ultimate steal. But the clap was first. The Spears will make sure that they can't go in any more. Massacre now going back towards the mid lane. Gonna get some farm there. Of course, the tower there is already down. There's only one tier 1 tower left standing on the Radiant team right now. So we do have 1600 gold up on the Sven, probably going for that BKB, maybe even Mask of Madness first, but I think BKB wouldn't be a bad choice because of the amount of disable that the Radiant team has. Wisp gets a telekinesis in his face, Fable going through as well, but the Tether is there. He speeds himself away. 3 heroes around there from eL'Pride, not fast enough to do anything about that. There's actually 4 here now from a Radiant team.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisible Vigos once more. This time there was no ward to pick that up, but the creep wave is pushing in. So they do back off regardless. Lifestealer jumping into the Darkseer. Invisible Vigos flying through tower range, so they do realize that. He's just making sure nobody can chase. Tower goes down, so that's the last tier 1 tower that was standing on the side of the Radiant with the gold graph still going in favor of eL'Pride. Going towards the 7.5k gold. We have of course the experience graph, same story, 5k. And a search up for stock because he's the one that should be looking for that initiation with the stun, with the Stormhammer. But can't find it just yet. And of course he has to be careful because this reverse polarity with the Blink Dagger can be quite painful if he gets it. Smoke goes off so that he can stand a bit closer. There he goes. That's gonna be your first polarity as soon as he comes out of the disruption. But he doesn't. There he goes. It hits on 3. Skewer back towards the tower range. It is Puck that still dies. He will be buying back though. Darkseer goes down as well as Stalk. Brewmaster drops in the midst of all of that, but it's a good fight regardless for the Radiant team. Always want to fly. He gets a kill on Hakon's Rubik as well, but the last one alive is a Lifestealer. He will go down as well, and that is going to be a team wipe for eL'Pride. Of course, the only one that's alive right now is Puck, but he bought back. He comes back, and he gets a double kill. That's a worthy buyback. Picks up the Wisp, picks up the Magnus. It's now a 3 versus 5 trade, which makes it a bit better for eL'Pride, but still it's a trade that they shouldn't have wanted to make. Though, of course, what has to be said is that it was a Magnus initiation with the reverse polarity. What else can you expect
Dire's middle tower
from a
is
reverse
under
polarity that actually hit on a lot of targets? Skewer back towards the tower. Tower helping out with the fight, and everybody split out in eL'Pride. And if you look at eL'Pride's lineup, the team fight that they have is basically the Darkseer. Now Darkseer does it as Darkseer role, but didn't use it in their previous fight. Probably only just picked it up as he has just reached level 13. And that will be eL'Pride back to farming for now, because if you look at this late game, they should have the late game in theory, depending on how those team fights are going to go for the Radiant team. So we do have the net worth still very much in favor of eL'Pride, with only the Brewmaster being able to contest that. He of course also has got that Blink Dagger going for an Aghanim, wants to be able to have his ultimate more often. Since they do have the team fight, they have to profit from it. We have of course got the Wisp at level 9, but with the combination of heroes that the Radiant team has, they can't really gank all that easy. And having said that, who are you gonna gank really? You can't really gank a Puck, like if it's Vigos or not, you can't really do that. You can't really gank a Darkseer either, because he's fairly tanky. He has got himself a mech, and from the side here comes Puck. See if they can get someone. There's the silence. Dream Coil up on the Luna as well, as we have a Wisp TP incoming, trying to defend their teammates. It is the Massacre that will go down first, though. Puck has to get himself out. Reverse polarity doesn't go off. The blink away is first. Vegas will be safe. Always want to fly, gets a kill on the Darkseer though, and that's a nice Wisp TP. That's the one that you can very much use to make sure that, I mean, you might not use it against or aggressive, I should say, but you can definitely use it this way to make sure that there's not going to be any pickups like that, and you actually get a kill in return. So highest amount of kills so far is on the side of the Radiant team with 20 to 18. So we do have oh, invisibility rune denied. Uh-oh. There's a Tether, able to get himself out. So we do have them flying back, or walking back into the mid lane. Because so far, I mean, eL'Pride's towers are still standing strong, and it's something that we probably will see the Radiant try to change fairly soon, because their supports need that gold from the towers, and they will be getting this tier 1 tower. By the looks of it, fortification still goes off. They want to defend this. Puck is actually coming in with the TP as well as the Sven, or sorry, the Rubik.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That will be a tower going down. Might not have been able to defend it, but at least they're there. I'm not going to be able to continue pushing. They were 5 heroes around there though. With actually warding also joining or being around there. He was still farming in the jungle, but making sure that he was there just in case there was going to be a team fight. In the meantime, of course, he's going to go for that BKB. Wanting to have that potential to just stand there with his Eclipse on without risking being stun blocked. Because the Telekinesis and the Stormhammer are definitely things that you have to be very careful about when you're a Luna. You are fairly squishy. You're basically a glass cannon. Where are they gonna go? Top lane. It's gonna be Sog. There goes the Skewer, misses. And looks like Sog's Warcry will make it able for him to get away. Clap still hits though, but the stun as well. And Wisp will already be TP'd back, so it is gonna be, I was gonna say, Resolution almost being left alone, but he gets TP'd back home. The only one left alone right now is the Magnus, but he's able to blink himself out. And there's actually going to be 5 heroes soon from eL'Pride on this top lane. We're looking to be going on the tier 2. There's going to be 4 here only for the Radiant team. Reckon we'll clear out the trees, more vision there. Just in case someone was hiding. For example, Mac is ready to blink in and reverse polarity. Can they really stand here and try to take a fight? With the reverse polarity up, they kind of can't, and they know it too. They back off. Armlet now ready up on Android. He also, of course, he already had his Hand of Midas. 1300 gold in his inventory right now. Curious to see if he's gonna go for a Desolator next. I would like to see that, to be fair. With the Blink Dagger up in the puck and 2300 gold in his inventory. And he did just buy something. Is it gonna be a Force Staff? No, it's gonna be an Ultimate Orb. Sheepstick is gonna be the item that he probably wants to have. Ooh, Sock finds out there's too many people there, gets the reverse polarity on his face and will be dying here. As he so far has only got him his threads and his drums, and that's it. BKB up on the Luna, so she's basically an item ahead. As we look at net worth, we do see Sven very low on there, but that's also because he wasn't able to get anything in the early game. Second tier 1 tower now going down on the side of eL'Pride. Only the bottom tier 1 still standing. In the meantime though, the tier 2 is going to take some harassment with Vigos and of course Massacre also trying to force it down. Do have TP's coming back there, bulletproof as well, so always want to fly. Let's see if they can do something. Skewer back, and the Disruption, and the Soul Catcher. Here comes Vigos though, landing an orb. Dead or stun, make sure no TP for Massacre, and Massacre dies. That was some nice play, and I'm sorry to not be able to talk that loud or have a bit of a different voice, because I do realize I might be sounding a bit but I'm sorry. It is, I will blame for myself. Getting up at 8 AM and started casting Ghost of Cup.
Radiant's bottom
hey
tower
Vigos, what you
is
doing
under
there, buddy?
attack.
Yeah, this might not be the best idea that Vigos ever had. There he goes. Oh, the spirits! Ooh! If those would have found him out, yeah, he has to TP out. They didn't realize he was there. Those spirits were so close to catching him, though. You have the gold graph still going the way of eL'Pride, but not by as much as it was before. About 3k gold. Sorry, well, 3.5 perhaps. Experience graph, same story, very even. Slightly in favor of eL'Pride, surprisingly, since there's a 4 kill difference. But that's just because of those rotations coming off from the Radiant team, making sure that they are always, rotating and getting the multiple heroes there. So trading that for a bit of experience for keeping people longer on the lane, if that makes sense. Hope it does. Salt Grass looks to be the item that Lifestealer is going to go for, unfortunately for me. No Desolator.
To your help.
I mean, they do have the team fight here. They might just try to go for this. Just blink in. And clap, and split, and go for it, and stun the Rubik, because Rubik wants to die, apparently. Or does he? Still alive for now, Spirits flying, will they be dying? In the meantime, Tornado up on the Darkseer cannot help with the fight. The rest of the fight on the bottom lane, or a bit more below this. As Vigos managed to pick up the Luna, but at the same time, it is Vigos that dies, Sog that dies. Magnus still goes down because Darkseer now back into play, but he is the last one alive for his team, and he will take a dive. And that is trading 2 for 5. And it's eL'Pride that is gonna be defeated in this team fight at least. I mean, we were expecting that, to be fair. If you look at team fight potential from both teams, you don't really want to team fight the Radiant team when they have got everything up, and they had everything up. It might not have been a perfect fight, but because eL'Pride was so split up,
Dire's bottom tower
there's just no chance for them. By the way, just a short recap to see to tell you what you're actually watching. You're watching the 4PL Cup number 19. It's a 2-weekly cup, free for everybody to join. With winner takes it all, 400 euros, and then free to win for all. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy because there's a lot of high-profile teams competing in this tournament, like No Tidehunter, Next KZ, Absolute Legends, even, or sorry, Natural 9 is even competing, as well as some other teams like eL'Pride that you will know. And of course, there's even some teams that are just a combination of different players that you know, regardless. Because of their names, and that just decided, you know, guys, hey, let's play in the 4PL Cup, okay? And then you have, for example, LGD Russian under that name is a team with Dread competing. There goes Resolution, though. Didn't think he would be found out there with that invisibility and disruption. Had to try and save his life in the meantime. Sven managed to get a double kill with that cleave, and that was the blink away from the Brewmaster, still trying to get himself away there. But here comes Vegas, and that should be the death of him. And Vegas indeed picks up the kill. As that was the Gem of True Sight up on Hakon. That made a difference there. In case you're wondering why they saw him, because there weren't any wards. It was a gem, and now it's gonna be Roshan rather, to be taken down. Oh yeah, by the way, LGD Russia is not actually LGD, so, you know, don't start that. It's just a team that the Dread and friends made for this cup to play in this cup. It's best out of 1, single elimination tournament, with only the finals being best out of 3. But the finals will not be played today. The finals will be played on a different day. Luckily for me, because then I can get to save my voice. And we'll see what date the 2 teams that are going to be the finalists will decide on playing, because that's going to be the deciding factor. When can those teams play? Wards placed upon wards, counter-warded instantly. As in, counter-warded, not instantly. Just with that ward, he counter-warded the ward that was already there. You know what I mean. In the meantime, Stock almost has his BKB, just 300 gold to go. Wow. Oh, my brain is so messed up, I can't even finish complete sentences, and then I realize I don't, and then I complete it anyway, and then it sounds awkward. Awkward. 1800 gold up on Puck. Still looking towards the sweepstake. Might be going here on Resolution if he wants to. We're just harassing him away. In the meantime, here comes the Wisp actually. He has to be careful because Blinky and Tether will give a stun upon Vigos, and he's actually backing off. As we have the mechanism complete up on Bulletproof, the item that we saw him go for earlier. It's quite interesting to see that he's actually going to go for that, since he is, of course, the hero that normally goes when he gets a Blink Dagger. He wants to go for a refresher, but he is kind of the only hero that is getting enough farm for that mechanism. Now, normally you would see it up on the Wisp. Wow, hiccups. Not good. Normally you'd see it up on the Wisp because it works great, of course, with the Wisp feather. But he's not getting enough farm, and that aggressive Triland did not really work out for him. He died 7 times. Out of the 23 kills that eL'Pride has, 7 times have been on the Wisp, and he just didn't get enough farm to get his mechanism up fast enough, and they needed that mechanism fairly fast, especially if they want to continue to team fight. So PKB is now completed up on the Puck. Wow, up on the Sven. Focus. Focus me. Focus. We have got the Assault Grass almost ready, just need the Hyperstone. So you have the mechanism already there. Looks like he's gonna go for a Sheever's Guard. And other than that, no new items up on the Dire side. Let's take a look at the Radiant side. Apart from the mechanism, we also have the Yasha completed up on Warden. And he's got 1900 gold already, so the ultimate orb is around the corner. 4 staff up on the Shadow Demon, so that initiation is definitely there. Or initiation or defensiveness, whichever you want to have it as. We have got the Brewmaster now also finishing off his Aghanims. So that they can teamfight more often. Of course, that's something that you want to be seeing when you are a brewmaster, and split is your thing. And he has got his level 3 split as well. They'll probably be looking to fight soon, maybe in the mid lane. Could be a good one, but at the same time, they could of course postpone it as well until the Aegis runs out. I mean, Android is not the easiest target to kill. They smoke up. Let's see where they're gonna go. Oh, pause. Perfect timing. They only have to wait 2 minutes. And then they see where everybody is. Because there is a 2-minute delay on all the streams. Warden, what are you doing there? I mean, they realize everybody's missing from the map. So they know they have to play it careful. There's the go again. Not 2 minutes. So all is good. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. But never mind. Oh well. Oh, Lifestealer infested in Vegas. The smoke is still up for most of the team members of eL'Pride. Vegas, of course, wasn't in the smoke to begin with, so he could be bait. Now, having a Puck as a bait is not the best bait in the world, to be fair, because he is that target that, of course, is elusive. He can jump anywhere. And will continue to do so. They will find him though. He blinks in. Dream Coil. Jump out. Silence. BKB activated on the Luna though. In the meantime, reverse polarity up on 2 on the side. Eclipse coming through as well on the 2. And the Shockwave. And Darkseer goes down. Buys back though. Wants to be back here shortly as Fen is just running around with his BKB activated. Looking for targets to hit. Can't find anybody. Next to killing the Magnus. And now he runs back. Magnus bought back as well. Aegis will pop. Lifestealer is going to try to get himself out there. As a Puck still gets stunned there, and that will be a disruption and a soul catcher. And here comes Vegas trying to save his teammate. Will he be able to do so though? Android taking a lot of damage, will be going down just like the Sven does. And that is Massacre back inside this game. He was the first one to go down, bought back, and will be dying again here as this team fight is not going the way eL'Pride would have hoped for. Especially not since they were the one to initiate. And it is the Puck that is the only one left alive on that team fight. He didn't die at all. Was able to jump himself around the fight, able to do what Pucks do. But his teammates dropped in front of him, and it will cost them a tier 2 tower on the mid lane. And there was a smoke coming off from eL'Pride. So imagine what would happen if a fight is being started by the Radiant side. Now, having said that, I do know that starting a fight is actually a bit more tricky than responding to a team fight if you have got a team fight potential. Let's see if they can get a bit further. They know the buybacks are on cooldown. Side the Vice ready on the Puck. Fortification goes off. We do have Hakon back alive. And of course Vega was still there. Orb coming in from the sidelines there. But Puck can't really initiate up on 5 heroes that are full on life and almost full mana. Tower will drop. Barracks will probably die as well. Look at these bouncing blades. This Luna just doing insane damage with their Manta style. More importantly, with the overcharge up on the Wisp. And that is one set of Rex down. And that is the rest of the Radiant team backing off. Vigo's chasing them down, turning Warden into a piglet. There goes the Dream Coil as well, and a Silence, but the PKB is activated still. And Warden just wants to get away, skewer away from Bulletproof, as Wisp will TP himself away as well. Not sure why, because he is gonna die. And he might have actually stayed alive if he just tethered to a creep instead. But, you know, he will have the illusion of being safe for a while. Finds his death in the hands of the Darkseer. The sad smiley face coming up from Arstik. Oh, 1600 gold up on Bulletproof. So we already saw the Sheepstick in action. We have Rubik picking up in a casual vitality booster for now. Curious to see what he wants to do with that one. And Darkseer, the one who had almost got the gold for the Sheever's guard, of course had to buy back, so it lost a lot of gold there. 1700 gold up on the Sven. Curious to see if he's still gonna go for that Mask of Madness or rather goes for crit straight away. I mean, team fights haven't really been in his favor, and if he gets disabled while having the Mask of Madness on. That's not something that you want to be seeing. Will drop in a matter of seconds. And that is not, yeah, like I said, that's not something you're going to be seeing. And another infest in Vigos. Let's see if he's going to be able to be a bit more lucky this time. And that should be... Oh, it's very tricky. If you want to jump in here instantly, you got €5 to jump into. So he jumps in already, knowing that he can't get anything done. We do have a smoke up now for the Radiant team. They want to be trying to go for something. They have got all the ultis back up, and they figured, you know what, our previous team fight actually went okay. We should do that again sometime. So they're gonna look for some team fights, see if they can scout out and find the courier. They kill the courier. Blinking clap. Hello Android. Bye Android. No escape for him. The split is actually used for that one. A bit over enthusiastic. But they're gonna try to find someone more. 4 staff forward, and it is indeed Stalk that they find. Good one as well. BKB activated. But here comes the rest of the tether stun. Reverse polarity being used. Sven. Trouble. Here comes Vegas. What can he do? There goes the Sven stun. Vacuum into the Dark Seer wall. And there is a Dream Coil and an Eclipse going through from Warden, though. It is gonna be Stalk that still drops. Bulletproof looking for some strays as Massacre still gets stunned up. Zeke taking a lot of damage but is fine so far. Shockwave going through, another clap landing, and Massacre will be the one to die as well. No death so far on the Radiant team. Haycon, they're gonna be going down there as well. Indeed, Brewmaster getting a double kill. The last one alive again. The only one alive again is Puck, who's still getting chased down by his own illusions. Pops the smoke though, should be fine. Getting that extra movement speed up. Gonna see if it's safe to move. Not entirely safe to move, even though he does, of course, see that tier 2 tower getting harassed. Just walks past with his smoke on. But that's gonna be maybe... No, I'm not sure. This is not gonna be a set of Rex, I believe. It should not be, anyway. Lifesteal's back alive. Spend only 12 seconds. Disruption there to copy some more illusions of the Luna as if there weren't enough, and this actually might be a Rex with these bouncing blades doing so much damage, and this indeed will be a lane of Rax. Just like that, illusions will clean out the ranged Rax, unless they will be failing to, but that's still a melee Rex down, and that is still gonna be something that is gonna be very tough to deal with for eL'Pride. They need more time to get their Lifestealer farmed, to get their Sven farmed. I mean, we've seen the power of the Sven and the power of the Lifestealer, but we also have seen that they do need their gold. They do need their time to build up towards that momentum that they have at a certain stage in the game, and so far they're not being given that time, and they're having a tough time prolonging this game so far, dying into the massive teamfight potential that the Radiant team has. And again, I remind you that there is only one chance for these teams, because this is only a best out of 1. If you die, you're out. If you lose, you're out.
Invisibility.
Invisibility rune picked up by Vigos. Vigos, the hero of the team eL'Pride, that has died least so far, as you can see. He has died 3 times, while the rest of his team all died more than 7 times. It's quite a difference there. Then again, I have to say it's a Puck, and it's a bit more difficult to die on a Puck than on any other hero, purely because of the escape mechanism that he has with the phase shift. And the orb away and the blink away. And there they go. They want to take this fight. Everything is on cooldown. Oh, everything is off cooldown again though. There goes the blink and the split. They're trying to find targets. Massacre already down before the fight even starts. Dog gonna try to go for targets. Has got his Mask of Madness. But it's Luna that picks up the Darkseer. Luna that picks up the Puck. And Saul can't do anything. Triple kill going the way of Warden. And now Haycon trying to get himself away with Lifestealer just sitting there, able to do nothing, and the GG is being called, and it will be the Radiant team that will be continuing on to the next round of this oh, nice one, nice one, Rubik, I should say. But of this Gozo Cup number 4, wow, 4PL Cup number 19. Sorry, I've been casting Gozo Cup for the entire day earlier on, so kinda stuck in my brains. Well, it is gonna be the Radiant team that wins. Radiant team with the unappropriate name. And we are gonna wait until either everybody disconnects or until they get the throne. Whichever comes first. Android still want to be trying to stay alive, won't be able to do so though, and now the disconnects continue to come out.
Dire's bottom tower. Dire's
GG
bottom
well played
tower
comes
has
out again
fallen.
as the rest disconnects also. Only Rubik left inside the game. Thinking he might be able to get something done. It's going full micro.
Dire's bottom tower has
Look
fallen.
at these bouncing blades, it's just so
Dire's
much.
bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And that's gonna be game. So my name is Sheever. If you want to support me on YouTube, you can do so on youtube.com/SheeverGaming. You can of course also subscribe to my channel or follow my channel on Twitch, or turn off adblock or anything of the above, as you see Massacre gonna take a dive again. And that's the throne going down. So sorry for me not being that niche. As I have just noticed that I'm just kinda worn down with all those casts this morning. Still want to cast for PL though, so I'll still continue doing it, but I will continue to apologize for my state of mind. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of the game. I have more Dota 2 coming up because 4PL is not done just yet. We're gonna go on until the semi-finals. Of course, the finals will be best out of 3. Will be played a different date, but stay tuned for another game coming up next.